James Duffy back in the NHL on TSN. Almost everyone knows the story of Jackie Robinson, what he did for his sport, baseball, what he did for his race. But up until about a decade ago, not too many knew much about Willie O'ree, who 50 years ago tonight broke hockey's color barrier. David Amber now on a man who changed the face of our game.
For Willie O'ree, the road to the NHL began in Fredericton and culminated January 18, 1958 at the Montreal Forum.
Willie O'ree of the Boston Bruins, a native of Fredericton, New Brunswick, is the first Negro to play in the National Hockey League.
It must be quite an exciting thing, isn't it, to get into an NHL game?
No, it was the greatest thrill of my life, I believe. I'll always remember this day.
It was just a great feeling. I didn't get any goals, no assists. I didn't get in any fights, nothing. But we beat Canadians 3-0. Shut them out right in Montreal.
Being the first black player came at a price. For years, O'ree had to endure brutality from opposing players and fans.
In the penalty box, stuff to be thrown at you, and they spit at me. I never fought one time because of racial remarks. I fought because guys, butt-ended me and speared me and cross-checked me and, things of this nature. And I fought because I had to, not because I wanted to.
After playing just 2 NHL games in 1958, O'ree returned to the league 3 years later, where his biggest thrill came New Year's Day, 1961.
We played the Montreal Canadiens in Boston, and I scored my first National League goal. It was not only my first, but it was the winning goal.
O'ree scored 4 goals in 45 career NHL games.
The shot, man, Eagle made the save, another try, and he scored! O'ree was looked to be the last one to touch it.
A modest number until you discover that as a 19-year-old, an errant slap shot should have ended his career.
Dr. Henderson was the surgeon who operated on me and came by my bedside, and he said, "Mr. O'ree," he says, "I'm sorry to inform you," he says, "the impact of the puck completely shattered the retina in your right eye, and you're going to be blind, and you'll never play hockey again."
Blind in his right eye, O'ree kept his impaired vision a secret throughout his career. Incredibly, he still scored 450 goals in 21 years of pro hockey, playing mostly in the Western Hockey League with Los Angeles and San Diego.
It was difficult. I was blinking a lot, and and I was skating down the ice, and I couldn't see anything, unless I turned my head all the way around.
O'ree left the NHL during a turbulent time. The civil rights movement pushed for the end of the Jim Crow laws and the integration of American schools. The true integration of the NHL would also become a reality.
I remember watching Willie O'ree play as a child, and saying to my father that that's going to be me one day.
True to his word, 13 years after O'ree left the league, Mike Marzin, a junior star drafted 19th overall by Washington, became the second black player in the NHL, followed by Tony McKegney, the NHL's first black star.
The better you were, the racial part got put into the background. The focus and the focal point became the hockey part, and that's what I strove to do, and I achieved that.
It was always meant a lot to me and was very powerful to me to be able to look and seeing other black players in the NHL, and not only just playing, but doing so well and being all-stars.
19 years after O'ree played his final professional hockey game, the NHL came calling. Looking to change the complexion of their league, they appointed O'ree as the director of the NHL's newly formed Diversity Task Force. And for the last decade, O'ree has traveled an average of 15 days per month across North America to participate in diversity clinics like this one in Oakland, California.
Good job, good job!
Leading the diversity program has revitalized the 72-year-old O'ree. Reconnecting with the league at its grassroots level allows him to be a teacher and a mentor.
When you watch the Sharks play, you don't see them skating down the ice with one hand. 2!
As well as a ubiquitous figure off the ice who tirelessly promotes the game.
Where are you heading to?
The Long Island Wilmot Hotel. I want to meet Wayne Gretzky and get his autograph.
You mean the great one, number 99?
Yeah. You're a hockey fan?
Oh, I love it. We must be the only 3 black hockey fans in New York.
I'm not a hockey fan.
Well, I guess it's just us then.
To date, more than 40,000 kids have been exposed to the game through hundreds of these diversity clinics.
To see the first black player to ever play the game, that's pretty inspiring and pretty amazing, and it's great that he's around our game and out there with kids and still growing it.
he should be kind of remembered to me the same way, you know, Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson's you know, he's been a big inspiration to me and a lot of people in this world, and I think Willie should be right there with him.
Willie O'ree and Jackie Robinson will forever be linked as pioneers. When O'ree was 14, he met Robinson and learned a valuable lesson that has shaped his life.
You can do anything you set your mind to do. If you feel strongly within your heart, within your mind, you can do it. But it's so very true.
In the last 50 years, more than 40 black players have played in the National Hockey League, including Gerald Coleman, who a few years ago became the first player to graduate from Willie O'Ree's diversity program and make it to the National Hockey League. For more, let's check in with Gord Miller in Calgary.
James, Jerome McGinley's done a lot of interviews in his career, but not quite like this, on a day quite like this. Jerome is on the ice with us in the warm-up. Jerome, tell us what it means for you to play tonight on the night that Willie O'Ree is honored by the NHL.
It's very special. It's something that, growing up, trying to dream to play in the NHL, knowing there are other black players, and, Willie O'ree being the first, it's really amazing, and I can't imagine, what he went through and his determination. He's a real special guy to meet, and he means a lot to me.
Jerome, do you think of yourself as a player who's black or a black player?
No, I do view myself as a black player. Growing up, I was aware that I was one, the only one on my team growing up, and it's something that I was aware of all the other black players in the NHL. Kids used to ask me all the time, what are my chances? There aren't any black players in the NHL, and I was one of them. So, it was great to be able to look at Grand Pure and guys who've made it. It meant a lot to me.
Finally, Jerome, has it occurred to you at all that maybe there are kids at home of color who are saying, look at Jerome McGinley, maybe someday that could be me?
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really special. I'm trying to pay attention here. This is...
Did you score?
No, that's your fault.
Jerome, thanks. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thanks a lot.